Thank you once again for clicking my little section of the YouTube here for cars, guitars, and guns, the trifecta of fun. I wanted to do a video. My goal is to do at least a video every week, but we were delayed for a couple of reasons. You might see what's going on there. And the fact that I put the Gretsch, which started this whole thing in the shop, our local luthier, had a little bow in the neck, and I was getting a little bit of buzz. I thought it was me. That was all straightened. I also changed out the strings, and you might notice that the pick guard is gone. Winter in Florida, where we live here, you go from humidity one day, 80%, the next day after a cold front, as little as 20 to 30%, you know, overnight and then in through the day. And it's wreaked havoc, not just with trying to keep the guitars in tune, but also because of the static electricity. So what I noticed, and you might have heard it if you go back and watch the first video, there's this popping noise, and it was every time my finger or my fingers were touching the pick guard, it was getting a discharge. I took the pick guard off, all of that stopped, and so now it just plays beautifully. As far as keeping it in tune, the humidity has the issue, of course, with the wood here, but I don't find it difficult. I read, you know, a lot of the different things here on the Streamliner. By the way, this is the Gretsch Streamliner. Was this the 2622, I think it is, T, with the tremolo? That people said that they have a hard time keeping it in tune, poked fun at the tuners here, and they could use an upgrade, but I'm not having any issues with having to constantly tune it, not unless I grab the Bigsby and really just start, you know, bringing it all the way down to the maple here. So as far as my love of this guitar, it continues to grow. Some of the questions that I've had as folks found out I had a Gretsch neck. Number one question, man, how does the neck feel? How does the neck feel? Like I said in the very first video, it feels fantastic. So coming up in some of the weekly videos that we're gonna do, I think it'd be really cool. I've got some calipers and some other tools that we'll talk about here in a minute as part of the project. But what we're going to do here is I'll take all of the necks from my acoustic, from the Strat, and of course the Gretsch here. We'll measure them, kind of get an idea, overall shape, thickness, and things like that, maybe to help you make a decision if you don't have a chance to get to one of your guitar shops and actually lay your hands on a Riviera Blue or any of the other great colors that Gretsch has, and or, you know, all of the other semi-hollow or hollow body guitars. Lessons continue to go well. You know, I'm picking up a trick or two here and there, and maybe we'll do some playing also the next time we come around. But let me show you here what we're working on, and I'll put down the Gretsch for just a moment. I'm going to get my work done so I can come back and enjoy a little time. But where we are right now used to be the gymnasium, but it's going to become the Jam-nasium. Let me show you what we're working on. That was my corner, and it was getting pretty cramped here with my amp and the guitars and the stand, and then we had our weight equipment. And as we continue the spin here, everything is becoming expanded. We're going to open things up. So a couple of built-ins, basically cabinets, are going in here. This side's going to have electric, well, both sides will, but that way I can tuck my amp out of the way behind closed doors. The guitars will go up inside of a cabinet there as well, and we'll have a little bit more security. Plus, I'm going to take the rubber out from part of the gym floor here, and I'm going to put in some wood, maybe take it up just past these patio doors. And since most people here that are into guitar know about wood, you know, and laminates and spruce tops and maple, what I'm going to build the cabinets out of, this is a plywood. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers of plywood here, and the veneer across the top, and we're looking at the bad side of it right now, but it is birch. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to paint it to match some of the other cabinets and things, or if I'm going to put a stain on it and just bring out some of the beauty. It would be one of the only areas where we left the wood natural. Most of our stuff, as you can see there from the kitchen, have been done and painted white, and I built those too, the kitchen. But here's the project that we're working on. Part of the tear out, crack the ceiling, so it's just a little bit more work. Sound baffling is going to go up there. A product like a Dynamat is going to go against the drywall on this side, same thing on that side, and then the cabinets will slide into it, so that's going to act as a deadening area. And then across the top we're going to put in some sound baffles there as well, most likely just doing some high density type of foam type sound insulation, And then on the walls, we'll also put up some of the panels to help deaden the sound. And that'll go for two things here. It'll also help when we're in here working out, so it quiets that down a little bit, as well as, you know, when I finally can start to jam, it will help to alleviate some of that noise. But in the meantime, I've got a lot of work and a lot of mess to get around so we can get the gym back going here, get the guitars put where they need to be nice and safely, and get ready to continue with the weekly fun featuring the Gretsch and, or like I showed you there, the Strat or the acoustic. And then maybe one day, now that the range is back open, we'll peek into that box there and go out and really make some noise. We'll see you here next time for more cars, guitars, and guns.